Caribbean League, and the Trinbago Knight Riders need to pick up all the points to stay in contention on making the semi-finals. Thanks so much for joining us here on a Nightclub. Let's talk about Drain Bravo's unit, because so far life on the road has been a bit of a mixed bag. But what do they need to do in the coming week? Here's a look at the remaining fixtures for the Trinbago Knight Riders in their quest to defend. So there you go. Up next for the Trinbago Knight Riders, they will make a trip to play the St. Lucia Zooks in the newly christened Darren Sammy Stadium to honour the player for becoming only the second West Indian captain to lift a World Cup. As far as Darren Sammy is concerned, he's already christened the stadium with a T20 50 of his own in the league. What did he have to say on the momentous occasion? Let's find out. T20 World Cup winning captain certainly isn't going to make it an easy reception for the Trinbago Knight Riders when they touch down in St. Lucia. And why not? Because things are heating up as far as the points table is concerned in the Caribbean League. Now, the defending champions need to ensure that they remain in the top four, and that is what is most important for them. At the top, it has been a mixed bag so far for the Trinbago Knight Riders, but looking to pick away points on the road was really important when they took on the Barbados Tridents, and this is how it went down for them. As far as the Tridents were well for KKR this season, their top order, they have combined really well, whether it's someone like Hashim Amla, cool and composed, and someone like Colin Munro, who can play the fiery role when required. So even when at times the bowlers are letting them down, the batsmen are bailing them out. Hashim Amla have been complementing each other beautifully this season, so much so that someone like Hashim Amla has been inspired by his Trinbago mate. We saw a lot of switch hits from Colin Munro, and the Hash is quick to dispel the fact that he's not a natural T20 player. He decided to have a little bit of fun and try something innovative of his own, the nets. The Hash having a lot of fun, and we get an opportunity to hear from him later on the show. Now, here's the beauty of playing in the Caribbean, because West Indies has a rich legacy, and almost every place you go, you happen to jump into one of the West Indian legends. For example, when Team KKR left Trinidad, they got an inspiring talk from the Prince of Port of Spain, Brian Lara. And when they were in Barbados, they got an opportunity to meet perhaps the greatest ever all-rounder, Sir Gary Sobers. For an all-rounder like DJ Bravo himself to meet someone of the past generation, needless to say, he was inspired to bring out the champion. That's the simplicity of the champion dance. You can do it anywhere. Yes, DJ Bravo is obviously a genius. And speaking of his brother Darren Bravo, who's now left for national duty to join the West Indies test team, he was really excited about the fact that they managed to beat the Barbados Tridents, as is hopeful of them qualifying for the knockouts. We got an opportunity to catch up with him. Bravo, they're spending all his motivational thoughts towards the Trinbago Knight Riders, because it isn't going to be easy. They have to win their remaining fixtures, because it hasn't been the most consistent of results so far. So what happened when they took on the Jamaica Talawas, who have already qualified thanks to the youth? DJ Bravo have been chipping in consistently when it comes to ticking up the wickets for the Trinbago Knight Riders, which is why they're the top performers so far with the ball. In fact, DJ Bravo is the man leading the charts so far, with someone like Hashim Amla at the top. He's always consistent as far as, insatiable appetite when it comes to scoring runs, and he juxtaposes really well with his cool and collected demeanour. Unfortunately for the Trinbago Knight Riders, he has to go back home for personal reasons, but he's been a great acquisition for them this season, in absolute sublime touch, and he got a chance to catch up with him as he told us about his experience so far. Topping the run charts is Hashim Amla, and I'm sure the Knights will really miss him. On that note, we'll take a breather, but when we come back, we also speak to another one of the new signings this season in Brendan McCullum, and celebrate the 80th birthday of the legendary Garfield Sobers. Stay with us. Club. Now, if you caught up with us last week, you would have seen DJ Bravo trying to convince Brendan McCullum to do the champion dance. He was very stoic, didn't really do it, but he's opened up a little more this week, because we got talking with the new man in the team about his experience of playing with the Trinbago Knight Riders for the very first time. Let's hear what Baz had to say. In the Caribbean Leagues gives the superstars of the present generation an opportunity to catch up with the living legends of the past, especially since the West Indies have such a rich legacy. So in Barbados, they met Sir Garfield Sobers, who was the original Mr. 6 sixes in an over, and his highest test score of 365 unbeaten was a record that was held for 36 years until fellow West Indian Brian Lara came along. On the occasion of his 80th birthday, he joined Team Knight Riders in wishing him a happy birthday. Barbados to meet the legendary Sir Garfield Sobers, but also to enjoy the atmosphere. Some of the home fans found out in the game because it's always a carnival for players and fans alike.